Hello. How are you? How long have you been staring at me for? Hello. Hi, everybody. Told you he's always 9 minutes late. Rude. I had to update my Adobe Flash Player because apparently I needed to do that. They changed how you start a live show on YouNow now. Um, and it's weird. I don't know how to take a photo of myself anymore for the thumbnail. I just went, so God knows what this is going to look like afterwards. Because I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Hello, Dom Baldwin, who's the #1 fan, and now it's Connie. Uh-oh, it begins. There we go. I should tweet this. There we go. Do you like cucumber, said Rachel. I kind of don't, actually. I don't like big chunks of it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because I love everything cucumber related. Um, but for real, I have it in pancakes, so why can't I have it in salads? Weird. It's like cucumbers. It's like, well, how can anyone dislike cucumber? What is there to dislike about it? It just tastes of water, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's do the thing. Last time it was mad lagging, wasn't it? Yes, we're not talking about my t-shirt. Okay, there we go. Hello everybody and welcome to the show! 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 Hi. Grutendon said, "Hi, will you come in France for BBC?" I have no idea what that means, but we will be going to France on the Dan and Phil tour if we go to Europe, which I'd like to, because there's people there. Look forward to that in 2016, hopefully. I mean, don't know how that could possibly take longer than an entire year. Yeah, hello, how are you guys doing on this fine Tuesday? Let me know, how do you feel right now? Tell me in the chat with a word of choice. Let's see. Emo, said Mariah. Uh-oh. Horsey said, basking in the ambulance. Great, said Devin. Or is it Devine? Hungry, says Rose. Nice. Same. Cheesy, said Tushy Temples. Nice. Swaggy, said Natalie. And teared, said Vanja, who's so tired she can't spell. And sick, sad face, says Krista. Soz for you. And Morgan feels murder. Great. Haley is bored AF, obviously, because she's watching this. Mackenzie is scared, because she is watching this. And Yukauda is feeling play piano. Nice. Amazing. Melissa just sent me a blank message. Deep. I love it. Oh, Anahita's back, everybody. Look at that #1 spot. Good. Flubar Zerpanuch. Yes. So, I discovered something. Yesterday, I was hanging out with PJ and Sophie, who came to mine and Phil's place, because we haven't seen them in a while, because they've been busy living the dream. And it was fun. Had a great time. Watched The Conjuring, scary movie. Played the Game of Life. It was fun. And while we were playing the Game of Life, PJ said, "Wouldn't this be amazing if we could?" It's a board game. Wouldn't it be great if we could listen to? Honestly, why do people watch? You said Maddie. Maddie, I have no idea. If we could listen to the Sims soundtrack right now. So I looked on Spotify and it's there. Spawn, not really. But yeah, Sims 4 soundtracks on Spotify, and I was. So I was just walking around listening to it today, and it's like, because I don't do much walking, but when you need to go get milk, you will leave the house in your pajamas. And it's just, it makes everything so amazing. So it's like you leave the house and it's like, and you're like, wow, I'm in Dill land. Inspiration. That's sad, Dan. Everyone was like, wow, nerd, try it. Try it. Try it. Are you #humor, Dan? That's... Okay, so many things to talk about. Why does The Sims have a soundtrack? All games need music, otherwise it would be a bit bleak, wouldn't it? So let's take things in order. Mary said, "When's your BBC documentary coming out?" Later this year. We don't know when it will be finished filming or how long it will take to edit yet, but it will be Q4. Sydney said, "Nice shirt, Dan. Thanks." Johanna said, "Fight me at VidCon." It's in the calendar. So, yeah, I've just been writing this today. I'm sorry. You are number one on hashtag humor. Another thing that they have changed about you now is the hashtag system, which is great. That's fine. And I logged in and they were like, "YouNow has labelled you a featured user of the humour hashtag." And I'm like, humour? That's nice. When there's so many other appropriate tags that I could be in, such as alternative, or dance, or bored, or hashtag twerk, which I sometimes watch. I don't watch that on YouNow. But yeah, so I was like, could hashtag loser. Thank you, Evie, in the chat for suggesting that I should be broadcasting on hashtag loser. So yeah, roll in with that today. It's good. Notice me or fight me. There we go. It's a good thing I noticed you, Nurkin, or I would have had to fight you, and I probably have died. How are you? I'm good. I'm swell on this warm, but not too warm Tuesday. Nearly forgot the day then. Stop the dog. I'm sorry. One of you guys gave this to me, so blame yourselves as a collective entity. Boop, 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 boop. Did you see the PewDiePie video? I always see the PewDiePie videos. What a creative person he is, though. Like, everything aside, you have to appreciate it, actually. Very, yeah. Weena look okay. Weena took a la triche. Either someone is speaking to me in some kind of foreign language, or that is Sims. I feel like it's probably a foreign language. Was I just problematic? Please say hi to your Israeli fans. Hello, Vicky WTF. Reading Fest 2015, maybe. Dunno. The lineup this year doesn't inspire me as much as it has on previous years. JS. How's vegan life? Says PTV Phil. Good. Still surviving. At the same time that Can Be Unbeale says, well, how's almond milk? Almond milk is nice. It's good as far as milk alternatives go. Oat drink. Now I love oat drink. Almond milk, because if you don't know, you obviously can't have cow secretion if you're attempting to be vegan. So, not even the lacto-free that Phil has. I have to have entirely different thing. Soy milk, I don't like that much. Tastes a bit like cardboard. Almond milk is good. Oat drink is great. Love it. Just makes things taste oaty. And I like porridge and crap. It's green, which is weird. It's weird. And it's not called milk, because I don't know, like, why is almond milk? It's called oat drink. And yeah, it's green, and it's weird as hell, but I'm thrilled by it. As I said to you guys, one of the main kind of things why I was inspired. Okay, there's many reasons why someone should be inspired to be vegan, but okay, so I'm not saying this is important, but it's definitely one, which was that I got kind of tired of like the 10 things that I knew how to cook, / the 10 places I always ordered food from when I was feeling sad. So it was quite exciting to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to have like weird milk for a period, and it's thrilling, frankly. It's just so exciting to just try various not milks. It was true research, that video we did with Phil. What do you think of the documentary Blackfish? I think it was a good documentary. It wasn't a very artistic documentary. It was one of those documentaries where, you know, as a film, it wasn't particularly beautiful, but it was just great at being investigative. Even though SeaWorld would love to disagree, who knows what's up with that? Because like everyone's like, boo SeaWorld, it's the worst. But then SeaWorld's like, hey, we do a lot of conservation and stuff, and it's kind of weird because a lot of zoos do that. You know, it's like a lot of zoos that have like tigers in tiny cages are like, hey, we rehabilitate pandas, and it's like, you know, I'm sure you could rehabilitate dolphins without trapping orcas in tanks for their entire lives and separating them from their children. You know, it is like you could just rescue the animals without horribly imprisoning the animals. Not that any of us are experts on what really goes on. I mean, we only know that we've been told. But you know what I mean? Because there are some zoos in the UK because the UK is tiny. It's not like America where like anything can happen. So like there aren't very many. Are there any like mean zoos in the UK? But there's a few that they're just wildlife parks that only exist to rehabilitate animals. So the animals that are in it are only in it to kind of like fix their broken legs or kind of do it with other animals or whatever. So yeah, I'm saying that because Harry Styles obviously was like, who likes dolphins? Yeah! Don't go to SeaWorld. That's my terrible Harry impression. And then SeaWorld were like, Harry, please, we are nice to the dolphins. And I was like, who knows what happened? Anahita sent me a message saying, can you wish my mum a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Anahita's mum. Hello. Could you say hi to the Samba goats? There we go. No idea what that means. It's probably a shock site or something. I'm getting 4 teeth pulled out and then braces at 9 a.m. in the morning. Dude, that is savage. Good luck with that. Dan, talk about your social political opinions. Lenny Face says, yeah, here we go. Save that for 20 minutes when I get to like tangent time. Dan, I went outside and got a sunburn. Well, that's what you get, Fanthonian. That's why you don't do that. Romy said, so how was it seeing Phil suffer? Yes, this was a thing. So, if you are not aware, there is a YouTuber called Amazing Phil. You should probably subscribe to. The videos are pretty good, pretty fun to be honest. Made a video talking about how, as you grow in age, your taste buds change. When you're 5, you might hate something, and then when you're 12, you love it, and then when you're 18, you love a whole different things, and then when you're 24, you like a whole different thing. Things that I like are, thanks to the person in the chat that said, better than your videos. Thank you. I used to not like mushrooms. I used to not like fish. Not very relevant now, though, is it? A brief affair with sushi that I had for like 2 years. Your taste buds change every 7 years, or so they say. So he asked me to go get him a bunch of foods that he doesn't like to see whether he'd like them, including disgusting sparkling water, tomato juice that I'd hate also, and cheese. Very funny video. I think he was going to call it like the taste bud test or something kind of like interesting and relevant, but then I was like, I said it in the video, I was like, can you call this video the cheese challenge? Because obviously that's like awful, and it's everything that's terrible about YouTube, but there's just something about like just embrace. I mean, obviously it was like kind of ironic, but just like caps lock the cheese challenge. How can you not do that? It's kind of like, I feel like I'm taking the shit posting that I do on Tumblr and from my Twitter, and I'm accidentally letting it influence my videos, which are supposed to be like good. So I'm very sorry to all of you for taking Phil's YouTube channel, which is supposed to be something that's like good, and then kind of like applying my shitpost sense of humor to it. So I take full responsibility for the video being called the cheese challenge, but very funny video. I don't know why I did it, to be honest. Genuinely traumatized, genuinely horrific. I have no idea why he did it. I was very impressed. Hello Dan, how is Tabitha and Dill? I love that the longer this goes on, the more people are going, hashtag humor. Okay then. Guys, it's you now. I'm not saying I'm hashtag humor. I'm saying I'm hashtag twerk. Dan, is it bad that I'm jealous of Tabitha? We all are, to be honest, aren't we? She's just quite a stylish lady. That, Dan, can you play Welcome to the Black Parade on the piano? Or all like 7 notes from it? Probably. Give me 10 seconds to remember it. How are you today? Nice. Well hydrated. Jocelyn said, what other foods do you dislike? What foods do I currently dislike? I can't have raw tomato. I don't like really fishy fish. Not that that's an issue. From my vegan quest, I sometimes don't like tofu. I feel like tofu, it has to be right for me to like it, because it's got a strange consistency. It's kind of like paneer, the Indian cheese. If you guys have ever had that, recommend that. God, I love paneer. I will miss that. But it kind of tastes the same as tofu when you do it right. And I think the thing is, like, if you put tofu in something kind of plain, I quite enjoy, like, the chewy texture of it. But when you put it in something that's, like, really absorby the sauce, sometimes it's like, oh, and I hate it. So I've been experimenting with things that I disgust with, because that's English. Fishy fish, what? White fish like cod and salmon has a very unique taste, and tuna, obviously, you know, whether it's tinned, which is gross, or in like fresh tunery, sushi wise, is nice. But then there's loads of fish that just taste really fishy, like sardines and herring and mackerel, and it's like, I can't go near that shit. So that's an example. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, Trash. How was Germany? That was the thing. How come you became vegan? Many reasons. Why are we having a conversation about this? No idea. Just me being sad that I couldn't finish the cheese after the cheese challenge. Highlight of the day. Going for a walk, listening to this. Actually, highlight of the day. Me and Phil got a new bin. That's right, people. We got a new trash can for the kitchen. The old one, the lid broke because we'd filled it too much. We bought a new bin. So exciting. We got it from Amazon in the post, carried it upstairs, unboxed it, and it was so... And it was like a shiny... Because before we had like a plastic one that we got from like... It was the one that we've had for like 2.5 years when we moved in, and we bought everything for like £1 from Argos, and everything fell apart, like my bed and my wardrobe that I made in that video on Phil's channel. So we made a new bin to put myself in, obviously. And yeah, it's a big, shiny trash can with a soft close lid, and our previous bin was 45 litres. This one is 60 litres. Moth attack. Or is that like a mosquito? Am I gonna die? Wait, let me fly closer to me. Come on. Come on. Okay, no, it's a moth. That's fine. R.I.P. See, I'm a vegan, and yet I just murdered a moth. Moral dilemma. Moral dilemma. Who's to say a moth is worse than a human? Not a serious conversation. I didn't kill the moth. I kind of... Okay, no, it's still alive. Hello. Okay, it's trapped under a plastic bag. You can stay there, and then I'll drop you out the window later. No, moths are rude. Very rude. I'm trying to do a thing. Are there vegan Maltesers? Is that a thing? Anyway... what we're talking about, I've touched, like, things have happened. We've, like, touched on the topics. Hello, Trash, how was Germany? Okay, Spice Lester, please tell us another Dan fact. Crying sorority girl is my favourite viral video. Lexi sent me another blank message. That's just deep. Can I, like, hover over it? Is there, like, a secret code there? Nope, it's just strange. Hello, Lexi. I went to Germany because I'm filming a documentary about esports. People who are so good at video games, they get paid to play them from the BBC because they were like, cool. Went to Berlin to hang out with some professional League of Legends players, which is pretty fun. So I went to Berlin for the first time. I'd driven through Germany on like a school field trip, but I'd never like been. I didn't really get to see the city that much because I was there for like work for like 15 hours a day. So I didn't really get to explore Berlin and have fun, but it was fun. I want to go back on like spontaneous weekend, easy jet to Berlin, and just like waddle around having fun and bump into a bunch of you guys. It was cool. Like the area around the Reichstag, their government building, the architecture was so cool. So cool. I loved the difference between East and West. From what I saw of Berlin, it was really cool. It was impossible to be a vegan. I'm sure that there are many places designed for vegans in Berlin. I don't have my phone. Oops. Oh, yes, it is in my other pocket. Weird. But I was just out and about with the BBC people and the people I was following, so I couldn't really be like, hey everybody, let's drive to this vegan restaurant on the other side of the city, so I kind of just had to order from wherever they were going, so it was kind of like that. Today I'm a vegetarian picking things out of a sandwich. But it was... I went to this restaurant and they had a vegetarian page, and literally their menu said... It's like, this is a rough translation. It's like, vegetarian or not, like literally it says vegetarian order niched, so it's kind of like, here's the vegetarian section, or not, and the options were salad with ham or pork. And I was like, right, okay, can you joke about that, random restaurant? It's like, here's the salad with meat, because, like, who's a vegetarian? And then, like, I was ordering, and the woman was like, pork or sausage? And I was like, neither. And she was like, huh? And it was like Japan. My vegan/vegetarian friend Mime, who lives in Tokyo, said that it is very hard to be vegetarian in Tokyo because traditionally Japan just doesn't have vegetarians. Like, they just don't understand the concept of being a vegetarian. So, like, you'd say, I want this without meat, and they'd be like, why? So this woman was looking at me, and I was like, can I have the no sausage option? And she was like, why? I don't get it. So, yeah, also said, Berlin is very vegan friendly. I said it probably is. I just didn't have the opportunity to explore that. I did have a vegan drink in a can that was delicious. Anyway, do I feel healthier? One thing, I'm going to stop talking about this, because otherwise I'm just going to be one of those annoying vegans. But I'm just talking about it because you're asking me. One of those annoying vegans. What was that, Dan? Shut up. Something. Yeah, I've got my complexion has been better. I've had, is that the right word? No. My skin's been healthier, because obviously when I was ordering pizzas and eating loads of curries, I was having lots of oily food. So I've had cleaner skin, because now my life is just leaves. Dill! Nice t-shirt, thank you, Abigail. Nice shirt, thank you, Psycho Halter. Hi, Dad. Hello, T-Sparks. Opinions on pugs? Love them. Funny dogs. PewDiePug, one of my favourite dogs ever. Favourite cosplayer? Don't have a favourite cosplayer. I just see a lot on the tumbles and on the Reddits sometimes. Hello, Dan. Hello, Yulia. Boop, 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 boop. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is out. Is it? Yeah. Anyway. Dan, you're not an annoying vegan, you're just annoying generally. Thank you. How's the book and tour going, said Becky Clare. Good. We just saw the final few pages being designed. I'm spoiling the making of here. So the next thing that's happening for our book is it's being printed. It's being printed, and then it will be a real book. So this entire journey from my head to a keyboard to a computer to loads of emails to PDFs showing what it's going to look like, it's finally going to be printed. So that's incredibly exciting, because I'll probably be like, it's real! Are you going to VidCon? Yes, I'm going to VidCon. That's next week. I'm not emotionally ready. My self-esteem isn't emotionally ready to be in the same room as Anthony and Marcus and Joey. VidCon is so great for my self-esteem. But no, it should be fun. Doing a couple panels should be lol. Don't want to talk about it that much, because that can be next Tuesday's conversations when I'm like, what do I talk about? But yeah, that what happened with the girls taking a selfie. Oh yeah, that's my shirt's inspirational. Thanks, Nicole Beast. Hello, Lexi. So, I was by the Brandenburg Gate, okay, and I was filming something. I was doing like some talking to the camera with my documentary team, and a class of students from England walked past. I noticed because one of them was wearing a TRXYE sweater and one of them was wearing a Tan and Phil Shop t-shirt. So, right in the middle of me filming something, I bumped into a whole class of you guys, and it was great. Said hi to everybody. Took a whole bunch of photos. It was really lovely. Everyone was they were like, we're on a random field trip in Berlin, and we walked into a British YouTuber. What's happening? I was like, this is extremely random, but fun. There's a Spa Day DLC. Oh my god, I need to get that, Jocelyn. Okay, I'll write that down. Hello. 1 second. Spa Day. So yeah, that was great. But then our director was like, okay, we have to be somewhere in like 10 minutes. So we've got to like rush now because you spent like 15 minutes talking to people. And I was like, oops. So we were doing another talking, and then I noticed, this was after the class of people had walked past, that there were two girls stood right in front of me, kind of behind a tree, looking a bit weird, just pointing their camera, and I was like, okay, is this a couple of the people from the class that are just like taking some sneaky creep photos of me from behind, which, you know, I'm not saying that's a thing most people do, but I'd be lying if I said that it hasn't happened many times. So I just looked at these two girls pointing the camera right at me, and I was just like, are you two stalking me? Because I was like, I should just ask, because otherwise it's a bit creepy. And it totally, like, you got to understand. But no, turns out I was completely wrong, because they just replied, and they were like, no, we're taking a photo of the Brandenburg Gate, you know, Berlin's biggest tourist attraction. Who the fuck are you? I was like, oh, as I said in my tweet, literally the funniest thing. Like, everyone's like, your ego. People, I have no ego. I have no ego. What I have is a pile of ash that is my confidence and self-esteem. That's my life. There is, you know, that's my view of myself, okay? It's like the inside of my trash can that I just bought for my kitchen. But it's literally the first time that someone hasn't been taking a creepy photo of me, because it's happened many a time, but not this time. So funny. The two people that I was filming with just didn't stop laughing for like 2 weeks, and honestly, I died, and I was like, I have to tweet this right now because it's incredible. So as I said, like literally so funny. Such a Dan moment. Like someone sent me a tweet that's like, reasons why Dan's a fail, and I'm like, exactly, like at that moment it's like the jingle just plays in the sky as the camera zooms out, as I'm like, so that's good, cringe attack material for months to come, but that's funny. Happy birthday, Stirring Fandoms. I won't sing it to you because everybody's screens will explode. Do you hate me? Probably. Excited for VidCon? Yes. Smosh just uploaded. Oops. Who's your favourite Pokemon? Don't have one. Boring. Who's my favourite Pokemon? Do I have one? I don't know. I have many favourite Pokemons. The other day, me and Phil just sat on the couch in the browsing position, and I went, hey, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to try to remember the 150 original Pokemon off the top of my head. And with the help of Phil, it took us about 9 minutes. True 90s kids. We managed to remember all 151 original Pokemon just completely off the top of our heads. We wrote them all down in a list. Got to 150. Very proud of myself. Couldn't do Johto because after that I'm just like, what? But yeah, check out the credents. Can I be your personal chef? I would maybe want to do that if I keep getting the tofu wrong. Lol. Say hello to number 2. Who's that? Kawaii Howl. Hello. Number 2. Can you speak German? Nicht. Ich can't sprechen die Deutsch. I did it for a year in year 9, and I can't really remember of any. Like my incorrect tweet of that selfie, because I thought in my head, like, the thing is with German, like, and tenses when you translate them between languages, it totally changes how you structure a sentence. And I was trying to say, Berlin, I am in you, which is like the thing everyone says, but I thought it would be like, but I'm saying it in German, so that's like kind of funny. But then I was like, I think it's this, but I'm scared and I think I'm wrong, and it's quite presumptuous of me to know how to actually write this in the correct tense. So I just literally put all of the words in a line, and then everyone was like, yeah, that's incorrect. And someone was like, it should actually be this, and I was like, oh, so the thing that I thought was how I was supposed to say it, but then doubted myself because I didn't want to try too hard, was right, and then what I actually said was horribly wrong. Great skills, Dan. So sorry to the Germans, who I obviously offended by getting the tweet slightly wrong. Hello, Daniel the Manual. Hello, YouTube Vogue. Boop, have you listened to Communion? Yes! I was in my calendar. I wanted to tweet about it, but then I forgot. Was I like on a plane or something like that? Yep. Years and Years. Good band. Great band. British band. They make kind of like dancey pop house music. Very UK charts. Kind of clean bandit style of music. Fronted by a guy called Ollie Alexander, who's just the best. And 2 other guys in the band who Phil and I met at the Brits, who were really cool. They're really great guys. And they make good music. And their new album, Communion, has come out. So if you want some new music, go check out Years and Years. Reddit CEO though. Oh yeah, my god. Ellen Powell resigning. How many of you guys are Redditors here? People have been calling it Dramadan, a month of solid drama on Reddit. Regardless of any opinions on just the absolute insane shitstorms, like everything that's been happening on that website has been truly among the most out of control shitstorms ever on the internet. Wow. And it's just been incredible for popcorn eating, and I can't believe it happened. Whatever. Yeah, because yeah, I really want to talk about Reddit. Anyway, hi Dan, how's your day been? Good, warm, well hydrated, as I said. Everyone wants me to talk about Zayn. Shit. Have you guys heard about this? Drama llama. So, Zayn left 1D. Zayn has been making music with the well-known UK producer Naughty Boy, who is a pretty, cool producer, and the idea of him making music with Zayn, when I first heard it, I was like, man, that sounds really great, I'm excited for it. Turned out that this Naughty Boy guy is the kind of person that, like, searches their indirects on Twitter and gets, like, dramatic about stuff, which, when you're interacting with the One Direction fandom, is just the worst thing, and he's just, like, he's done so many, like, terribly unnecessary things that I don't think he took that seriously, and I don't think he realized how world-implodingly shitstorm he'd, like, caused by it, but he just, like, did it, and it's just so embarrassing, and I'm like, if I was Zayn, I'd be like, stop. And I think he uploaded a video of Zayn's, like, music video or something like that, which is just not on. He just needs to stop doing that. It's like, oh my god, like, stop leaking things that Zayn... It's like, it's... I was like, why is Zayn still friends with this guy after all of these things that he's doing and saying? I'd just be like, please be quiet, stop being dramatic. And then he does this, it's just like, oh my god. Stop, Naughty Boy 2015. But then Zayn tweeted him quite a savage tweet saying, "You fat joke, stop pretending we're friends, no one knows you. Drop every microphone and glass smash and klaxon and, super hot fire going across the screen like that. The glass is coming down, text saying wrecked." It's just, like, absolutely, probably the most savage thing I've ever... I don't want to take it that, like, I don't want to be like, go Zayn, because, like, you're fat. I'm like, Zayn, I don't know. I'm not proud of the witty insult, but I do appreciate how, like, savagely destructive it was. I don't feel that great rooting for it because of how it was phrased. But definitely the stop pretending we're friends, no one knows you. Oh my god. Everyone's like, I know everyone's saying, like, you fat joke, but it's just kind of funny, obviously. He's saying that he's a big joke. I get that, but still, it's like, anyway, but absolutely destructinated. I mean, I never think that publicly tweeting something is the correct way to passively dissolve a situation, but just, like, 500,000 retweets. That was the talking point of the internet. Do I have any opinions on it? I mean, like, Naughty Boy shouldn't do that, and maybe he'll stop, maybe not. Who knows? I feel sorry for Zayn. At the end of the day, I don't enjoy the popcorn of drama that much, because Ali said, you never pay attention to the regular chat. Hello. It's like, whenever something dramatic is happening, I'm not one of the people who can just sit back and just eat loads of popcorn, like, holy crap, this is fun. I get too invested in, like, the victim of the situation or whatever, and I'm just like, I see the flaws in everybody's argument. Lots of people are like, I'm not invested in this at all. I don't care what's happening. It's just fun that there's something happening, but it stresses me out too much. So, like, I'm sure most people are like, lol, but I'm watching this and I'm like, I'm just stressed for Zayn. I'm like, I feel bad that Zayn had this thing tweeted. I feel, bad for him that he's probably stressed that this whole thing is happening. I feel kind of bad for Naughty Boy being destroyed on Twitter with this incredible tweet, like, Sass of the Year 2015, like, no one will... You fat joke, stop pretending we're friends, No one knows you. No one knows you. That's such like a kind of like not completely, but kind of like chavvy southern way of like no one knows you, mate, no one knows you. Just brutal, just like eradicated, just like absolutely wow, just like a crater. That's like the meteor that destroys the dinosaurs. Just like, how can you like not delete your account? But anyway, whatever, that happened, and Ariana Grande licked a bunch of donuts. How weird is that? I don't want to, like, I'm probably going to see Ariana Grande at some point in her life, and I don't want her management to block me or something, not implying that would happen, oops. But, weird, anyway, whatever. Are you doing a book tour in America? Yes, probs. I mean, we're doing, like, an actual Dan and Phil tour in America, hopefully. That's not a promise, but for God's sake, definitely want it to happen. But yeah, probably be going to a few things just for book-related things. Absolument. She said she hated America. What does that even mean? I feel bad. Okay. I really feel bad for people when private conversations are made public without their consent. Because what I hope you all already appreciate, but if you don't, something that you should, is obviously when you're just talking to your close friends, or you think that no one's listening, you just say things, and sometimes it's like, oh, that sounds kind of problematic, but actually it's just an in-joke with my friends, or, you know, whatever. That's the kind of thing that usually happens to a celebrity, like, you said this about Jews on the phone, what? Is like the kind of thing that happened to a celebrity. But really it's just about context. Like, if something that someone didn't knowingly publicly state is discussed, it's always about the context, and that's what you don't have. So it's like Ariana Grande is saying, no, like, you'll never know the context, and it's really horrifying and violating and it's just disgusting and unfair whenever anything happens without any context. So I feel sorry for her that happened. But also, like, if you're Ariana Grande, don't say anything outside. It's like all stores are going to have CCTV. It's like, what she said, it's like, you know, it's a bit tinfoil hat to say, like, if you're a mega celebrity, don't ever have an opinion outside, because, you know, people might be listening. Although that's true. But just, like, licking donuts, it's whatever. See you at some in the city. True. Make the face of your shirt. Lee Dogue. Or just don't go outside. Yes, Becky Claire. The rule generally, just don't go outside at all. For defo. Are you going to play FNAF 4? Of course. Boop, 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 boop. Hi, Dan. How are you? Good, warm. Thank you. So, nope, haven't. Okay, spoilers in the messages, people. Okay, not answering that one. Your shirt is goals, is it? Reconsider your life. Do me a favour and wear your moth shirt. It's probably on the floor somewhere. How was your trip outside? Good. Fun. Listen to The Sims. Got some almond milk. Good times. TBQFH. Hi, DanCon. Hi. How are you? Warm. You have a PO box? No. Plain message. Hello, Olivia. How was your day? Warm. And give yourself a hug from me. Self-embrace on the camera. Dan, when is the next Dill video? The next Dill video will be soon. I'm thinking, like, I don't know, like, we left that video on such a cliffhanger. Don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen the latest Sims 4 video on Dan and Phil Games. If not, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. How are you not up to date on Dill? It's more important than our own lives. Have we not all accepted that by now? Yeah. God, that's so Dill, isn't it? Like, what happened, what we thought the camping trip would be, and what it has clearly turned out to be, that is just so Dill. Of course it wouldn't just be an uneventful, pleasant camping trip. Of course that would happen as soon as it arrives, obviously. So, oh my God, this next episode. And yeah, we left it on such a huge cliffhanger. I feel like it has to be the next one. TBQFH. T. Nielsen said, I got some of your merch. Thank you. Hope you like it. I started watching American Horror Story. Good. It's a great show. Look forward to it. I'm moving away soon. Advice is that like away to a different town? If so, Use it as an opportunity to redefine your entire self. Don't think, I'm missing all my friends and my life. Think it as, you can literally completely redefine your existence. Just delete all of your like Facebook and Twitter and stuff before that. If you're like moving out of your house, I was about to cough horribly then. Goes down right into the camera. GL. Learn to cook some things. Should be fun. Let us order the book in Canada. There are other non-Dan and Phil shop ways to order the book if you are Canadian and American and some other territories. Just not on Dan and Phil shop for the moment. Soz! Do you like Wales, like Amazon or Barnes & Noble or something, or Walmart? Do you like Bastille? Yep. Hi, Dad. Hello, Maddie. Come to Finland! I'd like to. Opinion on Minions. I haven't seen Despicable Me. How much of a big deal is that? I just, like... I didn't want to go see a non-Pixar kids movie when it was in the cinema. Never had it on DVD. Never got around to watching it. It was on the TV. Have I missed out on... Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Not a big one. Now I hate you. I'm unsubscribing. What a fail. What? Dan, what? Why? Same. You're so lucky. Right. Haven't seen Despicable Me. Is it good? Is there a second Despicable Me? And now Minions. Why is everybody talking about... Why does... Like, I swear... Like... Minions, there was some, like, quite funny shitpost, like, style memes about it on the Chans and the Reds and the Tumbles, the three bastions of meme land. And now everyone just hates Minions. Why does everybody hate Minions? Why? Because they're everywhere. I mean, things are always everywhere when they're on movies, and, they're on buses and posters, they're McDonald's toys. Why do you hate them so much? Are they annoying? I don't know. Maybe I just don't watch that much TV or ever go outside, so I don't notice it in the world. If you say Tumbles one more time, I'll punch you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Minion Yowie is a thing. Like, that when the internet takes humor too far, don't be that traumatized, people. They make you regret living. Wow. It seemed like for a moment people really liked Minions, and now everyone really hates them. Strange. How inspiring. I'm having a haircut tomorrow. Finally. God. It looks alright now, but trust me, like at this exact moment, but I look like a freaking mess. God. I look terrible all the time. Necessary. I love how everyone finds Minions annoying, and I'm wearing Minion PJs, says Charlotte. Well, I'm the guy wearing the Doge t-shirt, so we can just recycle ourselves. Boop, 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 boop. How was your day? I love you. Good, Simmy. Almond Milky. MCR and Fallout Boy are on the new Guitar Hero. Shame it's Guitar Hero, though, right? Seriously, though. Rock Band is better than Guitar Hero. And I'm sad. I feel like Muse has some kind of exclusivity deal with Guitar Hero. When I don't want... The thing is with the new Guitar Hero is I think it's only guitar, isn't it? I mean, they're changing it. So you won't be able to play any of your old DLC. I mean, whatever. Like, Activision... I mean, like, don't let me start the rant on how Activision single-handedly destroyed the rhythm gaming community by oversaturating the console market with rhythm games. They milked it until it died, and it had great, obviously 1 and 2 were made by Harmonix. 3 was really great in my opinion. World Tour was fun. Guitar Hero Metallica, incredible game. Incredible game. I'd say arguably the best. Like, Guitar Hero Metallica, so good. Guitar Hero 5 trash. Warriors of Rock, commendable, but like whatever. And just it's like Rock Band is where it's at, people. And I want Muse in Rock Band. I want to play Muse drums in Rock Band. I want to sing Muse. I want to sing Matt Bellamy in Rock Band. And I'll be so sad if there's no Muse DLC in Rock Band 4. Anyway, Dan, look at the regular chat. I am. Can you wish my mum a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Anahita, mum. I appreciate your passion, do you, Jessie? Okay, you looked so sad. Yeah, ma'am. Your teeth look nice today. Thank you. Donald Trump, what a terrible person. Oh my god. Did you see about him, like... Okay, let's not... Fuck. Let's not get on to Donald Trump, okay. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Yep, good times. What was your clouds are weird tweet about, said John in the chat. Clouds are weird. I was just flying through the clouds on a plane. I always think deep thoughts while travelling. I think I've said this before. The time I'm most inspired, where I plan, like, when I feel the most optimistic and inspired and just, like, enthused kind of energy about life is when I'm on a train or a plane. Don't know what it is about them, but seriously, I come up with so many of my video ideas when I'm on a plane. And, you know, just deep thoughts, looking out the window, and I'm like, clouds, clouds, clouds. People think they're fluffy, but they're not. They're just like evaporated liquid that for some reason don't go any higher than they go and don't go any lower than they go. And they clump together into weird shapes of floating water in the sky, and they look white, and they form different shapes where sometimes it's just wispy and sometimes it's like a huge bud. Clouds are so weird. Clouds are like the weirdest thing ever. Anyway, yep. Clouds. Nice shoes, thanks. Got some Rick Owens and my zippy shoes there. Susuke or Mako Booty. Who's that? I'm not in that deep. I'm sorry. I'm only a level 1 free fan, clearly. I wish Muse would make a whole Rock Band game. Yes. That would be great. That would be the best game ever. Like Metallica and Green Day and the Beatles, Muse would be so fun to have an entire Rock Band game about them. It would just be the best. Were you humming Uptown Funk? I think I was. I think it's stuck in my head. Oh dear. Oh dear. Daniel, play Rock Band for Daniful Games. I would play Rock Band for Daniful Games, but here's the thing, right? Kind of like Mario Kart, but not as much, because I was still pretty good even though I lost. You need to kind of concentrate on Guitar Hero and Rock Band to not miss all the time, which means that you can't focus on the banter. You know what? But you know what I mean. It's like being a man with my genes, having a problem multitasking. I can either concentrate or lol. And the thing is, it would be like 5 minutes at a time of just concentrating. And if I was like one of those traditional gamers that's more about the gaming than the entertainment, people that just upload like COD montages, I'd love to just show off. Here's me gold starring Panic Attack on Expert Pro Drums. But no, maybe. Mabes. Nice top, thank you. It's a problem that you like it, let's be honest. Did you see the Suicide Squad trailer? Haven't yet. So many Comic-Con things to watch. I watched the Deadpool trailer, which looked great. So excited for that. I watched the Batman vs Superman trailer, which looks great. I'm so excited for that. I love Ben Affleck. Why does everybody hate Ben Affleck? I love Ben Affleck. He's just a nice guy. I know so many people that hate Ben Affleck, and it's like, firstly, I don't hate anyone, and secondly, I just think that Ben Affleck is just like a nice guy. Haven't seen Suicide Squad, but obviously like Jared Leto is like the GOAT, so I'm looking forward to that. I saw Gerard tweeting about it. I'm sure lots of you guys too saw him tweeting about it. And yeah, what's the other? I haven't seen Inside Out yet. I haven't seen Ant-Man yet. Things to watch. There's been like a 2-month cinema drought where not much has been on that I've been like incredible. Tell you what I want to go see. The documentary about Amy Winehouse called Amy. It's been made by the same guy that made a documentary called Senna about the Formula 1 driver, which was really incredible. and it's supposed to be like incredible. Like the reviews for this documentary about Amy Winehouse say that it's like the best thing ever, and I bet it would be so sad, but great. And I really want to go see that. Inside Out is sad. Don't go watch it. All things make you cry. My list of movies I got lined up are just like a field train. How are you? Good. Moist. Victoria really wants me to play the piano. Maybe one day. It's because you're a Gemini, is it? How was your week? Said Natbug. It was fun. Went to Germany. That was cool. Made Phil eat some cheese. Did some dill. Good times, to be honest. Dan, do you watch Filthy Frank? I love Filthy Frank. He's one of the funniest people. Fucking love the videos. So funny. I think you're a goat at what? Being awful. Inside Out made my mum cry. Uh-oh, it's a mum crier. Favourite High School Musical movie and song? Here's the thing. Much like all true Britney Spears fans know that Blackout was her best album, all true High School Musical fans know that High School Musical 2 was the best High School Musical. Because 1, it was great, it was iconic, it had Breaking Free, but it was, setting it up. 3, they were a bit old, it was a bit sad, it was a bit weird in tone, they were leaving. 2 was just like... It's just... I mean, obviously, objectively, it's terrible in many reasons, but, it's actually, so incredible. It's not boring, and it's just so good. Honestly, for me, subjectively, I just think it's so good. Because obviously, it's cheesy, and the story is designed for kids, and, all of that, but it's just, just the whole movie is so good. I mean, you've got Fabulous, you've got Bet on It, you've got Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua. It's so good. It's the most iconic one, you know what I mean? It's the most iconic. It's where Sharpay is the most Sharpay. It's, I Don't Dance. God, it's such a good movie. Love it. Dan, is your neck okay? It's because I'm sitting sideways, so I've got neck poles. I want to watch it now. That's my evening planned. Just watching High School Musical 2. Uh-oh. You need to try hazelnut milk. What? Is that a thing? Googling that right now. Can I get it on Tesco Direct? Tesco Direct. Spawn. Is that I'm actually doing this right now. This isn't even priority is right now. Hazelnut milk. That's a trip to Holland and Barrett. Okay. Liquid Nutella. Is Nutella vegan? Doritos are vegan, aren't they? Anyway, bust out the earrings, son. We've been over this on Tuesdays when I'm in the house. I'm just not in the mood to have something impaled through me. You're not wearing black at all today. The deep pupils of the Shiba Inu, of course. Someone in the chat went, I'm menstruating. Good luck. You should try rice milk. I love all the... We could just make a sequel to the Not Milk Challenge, couldn't we? The Dan Compatible Not Milk Challenge 2. Next Dan is Not in Fire video in the bag. Right. It's 4 a.m. Is it? Mystical Howl. Horchata is vegan. Anyway, thank you. Don't get arrested. I'll try not to. Can you bite your lip? That would be weird, Beth. I'm not going to just do that. Favourite Muse album? Origin and Symmetry. Best Muse album? Black Holes and Revelations. 2 different things. Why are you singing Uptown Funk? I don't know. Because I'm a terrible, awful human. You and Louis would make a good couple. Louis Tomlinson. My favourite is Problematic. Yeah, okay. Is Louis one of those people that's kind of you don't want to admit how much you stand for him and fantasize about marriage, even though just the problematicness is off the charts? One of those moments where it's I have standards, but then when confronted with my urges, I drop everything and I just reduce myself to trash. Why am I such a desperate trash pile that just lets go of all of my, my friend just called me, but I declined him because I was watching Dan's live shows preventing people from having social lives since 2012. Do you love me? Sure, Taylor. I mean, you could be like a cannibal or something, but I'll just presume that. No, Larry! Is Larry still going strong? What's the Larry endgame these days? What do people think's going on? Anyway, it's firework day, is it? Where? Kasha, another blank message. Sorry, shout out to you. I'll be like, is that a problem? Recent book you have read. I bought this. Humans of New York. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. He's got a new one coming out recently. I just love it. Guy called Brandon Stanton, if you haven't heard. He walks around New York taking photos of people that seem interesting and kind of like briefly tell their stories, and it shows the kind of diversity of, people in the quirky city of New York, but it's like a great kind of like microcosm of humanity and what people go through and stuff like that. It's a really great Facebook page. If you haven't seen it, just search Humans of New York on Facebook, and it's a really great book with a lot of great photos and a lot of really interesting stories about a bunch of interesting people. And he's got another one coming out which has like more in-depth stories, and I'm gonna get it because I, even though it's all for free on the internet, like supporting artists that I really enjoy, and I value physical possessions because they have meaning in my life. You can have objects, expensive things and whatever, but could just have it on Facebook. I could just consume it, but I want to say like, hey Mr. Brandon, you keep doing that because I think you're great, and also it's just a thing in my house. I look at it, brings me joy. I'm like, hey, that's a good thing I like. As well as one of Phil's birthday presents that he got me, which was this menswear dog book. The difference between books based off Facebook pages that Dan buys and Phil buys for Dan. If you don't know Spawn, there's a guy that dresses up his Shiba Inu and posts like pictures of him in men's clothing, and it's just like the funniest. Because there's this Shiba Inu, I'm not going to go about it, but he looks better than all of us in human clothes. And it's, again, exactly like Humans of New York. It's a great, creative person that decided to dress his dog up in clothes and then made a book. And you know what? Freaking love it. It's actually pretty funny. Pretty funny book. Great birthday present. Phil knows me well. Love the Shiba Inus. Or the Shiba Inus, as I'd say if I keep going down my disgusting abbreviation tangent that I seem to be on at the moment. Thank you, YouTube Vogue, for that message. Apple pie, yay or nah? Love it, genuinely. Oh my god, it's 6 past. Okay, I'll stay for a couple minutes. I'm getting hungry. Tell you what I'm having. I'm having an asparagus risotto for dinner. Check me out. Check me out. That's right, people. Yep. Lenny Faces in the chat, thank you. It's Pam. So fancy. Thank you, Nicole. Wretch. I dropped my tablet and this turned off for 3 minutes. I'm sorry, Rainbow. And did you find that recipe on Pinterest? I didn't, but I've got a lot of things off Tumblr and Reddit, and not Pinterest. Is that a place I should investigate? Recommend any anime? Still watching Food Wars. Still watching Food Wars. And the other shows that I'm on. Bring Me the Horizon signed to Columbia. Is that a thing you're excited about, Diana? I guess so, if you're a fan of the band. Great news! I just remade your house in Minecraft. Great. Wonderful. Last month I saw Senna's car and cried. Truly sad. Isn't it? Oh my god, I'm gonna bawl when I watch that Amy thing, aren't I? Anyway, do you know 9gag? What you mean, like the god. If 9gag makes me gag, am I right? What's your lock screen? My lock screen is a page that's going to be in the book. There is some art that I created. Brief flash. What? Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, book spoilers. What did Dan make for his book that he decided to make his lock screen? I should change that. That's going to get leaked before October, isn't it? Have you watched Sense8? No, but speaking of Wachowskis, I watched Jupiter Ascending. Don't know what it's about. People that made The Matrix made a movie. It's about Mila Kunis being a space queen and Channing Tatum being a half-wolf soldier and Eddie Redmayne being a space king. And it's like an insane fantasy sci-fi car crash. And everybody hated it and thought it was terrible, critically. And in many ways, it was kind of a disaster, but as an optimist, I think that they were really onto... This is going to be brief because I'm going to go in like 4 minutes. So much brilliant creativity and art and originality went into that. They made this huge universe that they obviously must have spent years making. They had a really great story, great ideas. Like the action was insane. The visual effects on the action scenes and just the space was it was incredible. There were so many moments where just the beautiful art. There was like a DMV joke that was amazing, and there was a wedding where Mila Kunis was just wearing this amazing dress, and it was like a space wedding. And like everything about this movie was just incredible. And I was so sad that it was obviously forced to be crammed into 2 hours instead of a 4-hour movie or a trilogy or something. And there's a lot about the Wachowskis that isn't great. That's pretty obvious that like post The Matrix, they haven't been able to make things that are like, you know, totally there. But loved so much about it. Anyway, love them as well. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Olivia, whose message I just declined. Love from Grace, Lynn and Megan. What's your home screen? Not telling you. Say something inspiring. Life is fun. I'm travelling by myself tomorrow. Good luck. Would you ever go to Alabama? Sure. I played Akinator and got Malaples, said someone in the chat. Coolio. Tokyo Ghoul opinions. Really good. I was watching you and I tripped over while watching this. Fantastic. I'm just thinking of asparagus, people. I need to leave. Thank you for watching my live show. We will make a new deal video, continuing the cliffhanger that his camping left on. I'm going to make a new Dan Is Not On Fire video before I go to VidCon, otherwise I'll be crying myself to sleep every day that I'm there. That'll be fun. See you next Tuesday. Probs. Should be cool. Have a good week. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're all good. And yeah, I'll see you next time. #humor, was it? Okay, bye.